are we joined to the very life of God? The one who is both God and man. That's why that's so important. It's not just an obscure theological point. Being joined to the very body of Jesus, the very humanity of Jesus, joins us to the divinity of God. In fact, we'll talk about this afternoon. That's how Jesus describes that line in the Unity Prayer about our hearts beating together. That we have to partake of the very divinity of God because we partake of the life of Jesus. The flame of love, this love of Mary, this love of Jesus in our hearts is what unites us to the very life of God. The flame of love is a beautiful synthesis of what Christianity is. When the flame of love was evaluated for Cardinal Erdo, the Mariologist who did it said what should be obvious to us. There's not a lot new here. There's not a lot new. What is new is the urgency and the power. Right? The urgency that we can't wait any longer. We are in serious trouble. As our families are falling apart, we're seeing things we've never seen before. The destruction of innocence of our children is unprecedented. The intentional dismantling of the family. The destruction of life we see in abortion. Again, I tell people, I'm not a believer in the good old days. We really want to go back to the Great Depression? Really want to go back to the famine? No. But something awful has changed today. We can't wait any longer. The tools of our warfare have grown so great, if anything spirals out of control, we could blow the whole planet apart. The urgency is here. And the power that our Blessed Mother comes and says, I'll help you. I'll give you my very love to strengthen your love. Add your love to this. I used to say that the flame of love was like Christianity on steroids. I realize that's not true. The problem is we've had Christianity on tranquilizers. We need to get off the tranquilizers and really start living our Christianity. That's what our Blessed Mother is calling us to in the flame of love. And not just for us, but for all people. That's what this is. Most importantly, that's the second point. For whom is the flame of love intended? And this is where we only focus on forming prayer centrals, which are important. And Jesus asked for them. And we only focus on being a prayer devotion within the church. We're missing 99.95% of the people who the flame of love is intended for. So again, let's go to the diary. Let's see what Jesus and Mary said the flame of love is about. Who is it for? In describing this, both Jesus and Mary make use of the parable of the wise and foolish virgins. All right, so you have those who have oil in their lamps, they're lit, and those whose lamps have gone out, they're empty. And so we know that the flame of love is for people with a lit lamp. All right, our Blessed Mother says, add your love to it. The love that is in our Blessed Mother's heart full of grace is the same love that should be in all of us by virtue of our baptism. By virtue of sanctifying grace, we have the life of God in us. We have Jesus alive in us by the power of the Holy Spirit as the effect of grace. See how the dots connect together? We have that flame in us. But for most of us, we've got a little penny candle, right? Some of us might have a campfire going. But our Blessed Mother's got the raging sun. And she says, I'll give this to you. Add your love to this. So we love so much more than before. And tomorrow we'll talk about what loving like that means.